Good evening, good morning, hello, wherever you are watching this film. Nathan Birch here again. Just thought I'd check in and say hello. Tonight it's 9 o'clock and I'm leaving Sydney. I'm on the way to a regional town in New South Wales called Moree. Moree's about 8 hours of Sydney, but I've got to take a detour for 2 hours. I'm picking up two builders with me, and today we'll be inspecting a property that I bought going back 3 months ago. And the property is a 5-year-old home that's been fire damaged. There was a kitchen fire in the property, and what I'm planning on doing is I paid $22,000 for the property, so it's quite cheap for what it is. And as a renovated product, you'd be looking at a resale around $130,000 to $140,000. My thoughts on it is I could probably get out of the renovation for about $25,000, $30,000 if I go over budget, and that's using my building contacts, not the local builders. What we find with regional areas is that builders in these areas where they're more remote and there's not enough building and tradies there, they charge a premium, especially to out of areas. So I just fly my guys in there and we do the renos from trades in Sydney that I employ from here in Sydney. And these guys here, I'm taking them out there. There's no Bunnings, there's no hardwares like this in town. It's a big regional. If you actually go and check out the stats, 2008 it was Australia's richest agricultural centre in Australia, and so it's quite well established area. There's about 10,000 people in town, and I'll be going to Bunnings using a trade account. And delivery, if you get one light bulb, one screwdriver, whatever, delivered from Bunnings at Tamworth, which is 3 hours away, it'll be $45. However, I'll be bringing in an 8-ton truck, and that'll be decked out with everything that I need to build the house on, and that'll still cost me $45. So I'll be bringing in all my materials myself. As for the renovation that'll be done, sorry, I'm just trying to concentrate on driving as well. As for the renovation done, it should take about 4 weeks to get the renovation from start to finish. At the moment, the back half of the house is burnt out from what I remember of it. It's all boarded up, and I don't even have a key for this house, so it's going to have everything redone and ready to rent out. A rent for this property will be $200 a week, and that'll present itself $200 a week on, let's say, a $22,000 purchase, $3,000 for legals and stamps, and $25,000 for renovation. We'll be looking at $50,000 all up. So that's a 20% yield based on purchase price and renovation. So as for it standing on its head, it's going to be bringing in 20% yield. It's a 5-year-old property, so it's going to have full depreciation on everything in it. And it's on a 1/4 acre block. I can chop the back block off and sell the half of the back of the block, because it's on a corner block, 1/4 acre, 1,080 or something. I can sell the back of the block just for $30,000 just for the block. So once again, buying well and buying something with a bit of a twist. I don't like buying stuff that's fire damaged, and by no means it's totally trashed and burnt out. It's just the back where the kitchen is, 2 rooms with roof trusses, and some wall studs and just strip rocking and recarpeting, repaint. So nothing too major, but it is big, and it's bigger than what a lot of normal people I'd suggest to take on, because it can get you into big trouble if you get stuck in a project like this and cost you money. On the flip side, $50,000 in, let's say $10,000 to dispose of the property. So that would cover agents' fees, and that would cover for legals on the way out. It's being very conservative. $60,000 in and out, and a resale of $130,000, $140,000. So there's a good $70,000 to $80,000 profit if I was to resell it. I don't know what I'm going to do with this property as yet. I'll probably just keep it. I might chop the back of the block off and get my money back and get a free house. I might put a granny flat in the back and get $150 a week. I don't know. If you go on to hopontorealestate.com or domain, check out rentals at the moment. There's about 8 on time of this video, 8 on the market for rent. So there's a big demand there for rentals, and $22,000. People say you can't buy these homes. They are out there. You just needed to look harder and find them. So I'll stop my talking now, and we'll catch up shortly on the journey, and we'll have some more video in the midst of driving and when we get there. I'll talk to you soon. Alright, 7 o'clock, we're here at the property. Here it is here. I'll just do a bit of a walk around. Inside's burnt, so we're not going to go inside with the camera. Obviously wear safety shoes, something that's got a solid sole on it. Reason being is you can get needles and whatnot in grounds like this. You never know what you're going to find. Not saying there is, but there could be. This property is only 5 years old. It had a kitchen fire. Don't know if it was suspicious or not. Picked up the property at $22,000. Just planning a renovation at the moment. Yeah, I'll update with pictures from the inside a little bit later, and we'll put together a little bit on the net just regarding what the renovation will involve. As you can see, it's a newer style of home. As we go down the side, it's on a corner block. As we go down the side here, you see it's on a 1/4 acre. And it's got a big backyard to throw a granny flat in, or chop the backyard off and resell it. Probably get about 30 grand for the backyard. That's this one's yard. Needs a little bit of a mow. Needs the fire fixed up in it. Pretty good buy, one would imagine. But obviously a lot of work needs to go into it to bring it up to scratch of where it needs to be. Just pulling back into Sydney now, and it's 5 o'clock. So the last 20 hours of driving, we've covered about 1,600 kilometres in total. And as far as where we're at with the property, I've gained a scope of works on what needs to be carried out throughout the property, and this should be getting the work should be commenced over the next 10 days, and a time frame of the renovation. There'll be pictures on the website and whatnot. If you want to go to B.Invested.com.au/forums, the property will be ready for occupancy within 6 weeks. It is quite intense fire damage. Quite a lot of the trusses have to be replaced and whatnot, which may add a couple of extra dollars to my initial budget. But still, as far as where the budget could be and where it will probably come in at, it could be between 25 and 35,000. Depending on how bad it is when we start peeling everything away and what hidden surprises that will come in. So 25 to 35,000, aim is to get for 30,000 or under. The figures will be 22,000 purchase, 30,000 renovation. This property is 5 years old, so it will come with full depreciation schedule. All the renovations are new, so there's full depreciation from that, and you'll get a rent. I've spoken to a couple of agents in town while I was out there, and rents of the property probably looking at about 200, maybe 240, just depending on the tenant and how long it takes to get a tenant into the property and the quality of the job. And my job that I will have done on the property will be of a high standard, and I feel when you're putting money into a renovation, you want it to be presentable and eye-catching. So if you cut corners and save yourself $2,000 when you're spending $30,000 on a renovation, you're not really doing any justice, when I could be adding a lot more value from using a couple of extra finishing touches to make the property look better. So I'll keep you posted, and we'll do another update of this property over the next 6 weeks. and give you progress of what's happening with the renovation. Thanks for watching once again. Thanks for allowing me into your home, and we'll catch up soon. Thank you.